Hey guys! We're back at it again with some breaded Minecraft. Yeah, we actually just covered the game in better and then deep fried it. Fit for human consumption, if you will. So right now I am to play this funny little game and preferably finish my hsoue. The exterior is basically already finished. I just need to decorate the interior now. I'm thinking I might continue the outside of it, but basically after the house is done I'm probably gonna do something else, pick up another project, probably in the form of gaining more diamonds and such, so I can get to the whole enchanting bit. That might require for me to make a basement to my house, but we will see how relevant a problem that ends up becoming. I'm kind of envisioning it downstairs, but I'm not sure if it'll fit, at least in an aesthetic manner. I can also just build like a separate thing for the enchantment table altogether. Okay, so for some reason the stream preview is stuck in the... Okay, now it's doing something. Okay, it's showing the game just fine. No need for worry, anyone. Everything is always under control here over at Esplanchi Incorporated. It's raining! Oh gosh darn it. On such a perfect day too. Yeah, there's no aesthetic way to place enough bookshelves. Other than like here. And I'm pretty sure they like need to actually surround it to some extent, so this door even prevents that. So a basement is indeed needed. Which isn't the end of the world. But it's gonna require some new planning. But for the time being, I think I'm just gonna start this whole decoration process by grabbing my bed, dragging it outdoors. Yeah, I need to wet it a little bit. It's a little too dry to sleep in right now. I don't appear to be in the possession of a hole. So let us create one. There we go. And now, I just want to get rid of this coarse dirt. We don't like your kind around here. You ought to leave. We will have a little carrot for that remark. Just a little snack. Let's actually admire this for just a second. Honestly, that's not a bad house at all. Could maybe be improved with just a little way to break that form. But I don't know how you would use that space if I ended up making such an addition. That's a hard word. Big one. Is that all my spruce? No, I have a bunch of planks. Okay. So I need an empty hotbar slot to carry chests. Okay, well that's peculiar. This isn't even that heavy. I mean, Minecraft Steve is like the strongest video game character to ever be created under any circumstances whatsoever. He can like carry 9 billion gold blocks and still run at extremely fast speeds. It's like crazy how he does it. My shovel is on its last breath. Sure, I'll also do this bit, even though no one will ever see it. It's kind of a perfection. It's like, I'm quirky like that, teehee. Let me unsit Bubensberg so he can actually move around and get out of my way if need be. See, my shovel is on its last breath as we speak. Oh no, it's dark and scary. Now I'm scared. Terrified, if you will. Okay, now let's just fill in the floor. hopefully having enough spruce. Also, I'm aware that you can use slabs. Now I can set them down again. Slabs to save up on some materials, but once again, it's my inner perfectionist. No, I don't appear to be in the position of an axe. How unfortunate. There we go. It could probably be improved further if I made this floor out of dark oak, but I'm not paid enough for thinking. While that stuff is for squares and losers, I tell you what. God damn you. Okay, so let's just get on the basement project immediately, since I'm gonna need that for an aesthetic enchantment station. Which is also what I call my meth lab. Officer, I'm not looking to sell narcotics. I'm looking to enchant my customer base. I'm definitely gonna need a new shovel. But I put my chest in the doghouse, so it's gonna add an extra step or two into my project here. How unfortunate. Also, no, I'm not gonna use my 2 diamonds. Yeah, there's 2 of them. I counted them myself. For the purposes of creating a shovel. Really struggling with my words. That's like a big word right there. Am I gonna keep running back and forth until the end of time? See, I knew I had stairs up in here. So I'll redecorate the walls after I've measured out the dimensions. I'm thinking that's a good height. Yeah, 4 blocks is usually enough. It's enough jumping space and also doesn't look particularly ugly. Ooh, I found a lump of coal underneath my house. Time to fry it. You see, the planet's not even dying. It's not dying enough. I tell you what. Let's just make a bunch of temporary torches for the purposes of illumination. Yes, I did need a 3x3 grid to make torches. It's a little known fact, it's like faster that way. Science and stuff makes it do that. Yeah, let's also dig out the floor while we're at it. I'm sure I'll remember that it's supposed to be the floor. I also do need to dig into the walls just a tad. Let's put a temporary block, an ugly one, I know it's out of place. Well, andesite isn't really too well to place underground. But I'm not paid to think. I'm paid to sit on my ass all day, every day. Which isn't even true. I'm not provided payment for such. That is not a structurally good idea. I will do what I want. If I want to drag an explosive and put it underneath your house for a funny little fireworks festival, then that will provide ample entertainment and therefore is justified and morally good. See, I used to have torches. Hold on, this video game that which you are playing at the moment, so I immediately dug out the temporary block. You know what, that's a perfect temporary block. Your house will sink in the ground. No, not if I believe enough. Always over here criticizing my tactics, god damn you. See, you just have to believe in magic. I mean, I really don't need to dig out the corners. Like that one. If I like it, it is morally righteous. Exactly. If it is something I agree with, then that's an ought. You ought to do it. Hold on, is this the floor layer? Yeah, the crafting table is basically setting up the floor layer. Yeah, I'm planning on redoing the walls, which is why I'm digging all the way into the walls. Start digging in your butt, twin. Also, let me dig out the iron. Yeah, I don't want to use cobble. Because there's always a risk it is dug out and it's gonna look sehr hässlich, so that's why. Yeah, this layer does actually need to be dug out too. Ah, yes. I can see your house. That is actually kind of... Would require industrial levels of... Wow, so unrealistic. You would require industrial levels of machinery, equipment, and experience to dig like that. Keep it, Notch! I hope everybody involved in the creation of this particular piece of interactive audiovisual media got completely blackballed from the industry. Blackballed from every industry. So this will be inside the wall anyway. So this particular dirt block will not ruin the aesthetic to such a horrific degree per se. So I leave it. Hold on, what will it end up looking like? See, I used to have a door. I think it was like this. Yeah, that looks about right. Oh, it appears that I need to take sleep. See, I think my bed was just a little too dry to sleep in comfortably, so I decided to take it outside to get some rain. Ah, that was cozy and moist. Can the grass grow while the door is on it? I know the grass can coexist with the door, but I don't know if it can grow. That's those little known facts around these streets. I mean, I do know more about Minecraft than about my wife. Like, where was my wife born? I don't know. Somewhere, I guess. So the wall goes all the way here. They gifted the Nobel Peace to Hitler too again. Oh, god damn it. Like recently. I don't even know who they actually gifted it to, so I don't know who Hitler 2 is. The long-awaited sequel. Greta Thunberg. I hate her! God damn that child! Who was treated completely unfairly without anyone caring. Well, unfairly is putting it very lightly, but... that's just a quirk of mine. Okay, I don't think digging out this layer is a particularly good idea. Because of it is so uneven. American Imperial Fascist puppet. Well, that cannot be J.D. Vance, because he's too simple-minded to be a puppet. Doesn't quite have the mental capabilities to be a puppet. I mean, I guess the stair going into the wall isn't the end of the world, but it's a little ugly. Some Latino woman. Okay, that explains. I mean, you know one, you know them all. It's like... what's the difference? So if I were to dig out the wall all the way here... yeah, I think this kind of messes it up. She wanted to avoid Trump, if I understood correctly, the whole situation. See, I don't keep up with like the minuscule things of institutions and such. Like, I have a general understanding of what's going on around the globe. But like, I don't know about the time Donald Trump stubbed his toe while going to the bathroom. But I do know about how Kim Kardashian bought herself a new green shirt. That's the real news. Oh my god, you should have seen it. It was like neon green. It was so cute. Also, they used like 10,000 lumps of coal to make it. And then here would be like the floor. I'm gonna put a reference block and get rid of the crafting table. The fat diabetic restart. Those are probably run from the diabetes, so it felt nothing more likely. So hold on, I don't think that's the R word you wanted to use there. I'm getting a little hunch that you were using it as a proxy of sorts. Yeah, I didn't need a pick. It's not like that required. It's kind of trivial, like who needs a pickaxe? I can actually dig one more layer towards this wall. Possibly. I don't think it'll mess up the entire hsoue. That's actually how you pronounce it. So what if you dig out this? Yeah, that seems to work just fine. So I can get some extra space in this direction, but not in that one. It's kind of funny how the only reason I even wanna dig out this basement is just because I need an enchantment room because I couldn't fit it anywhere else. I mean, I could build like a tower outside or something like that. Also, I'm giving you just a heads up, BBBBBBB, if that is your real name. YouTube likes to eat up some messages. Like completely just, they like disappear completely off of the face of the earth with no indication to you that they may have disappeared. If you refresh the page and you see the message gone, that's how you know YouTube ate a message. But basically, like, if you talk about like your, like you could be telling me that you should kill that dragon, and YouTube's like, that's violent. So you gotta be like, you should utilize your sharp blade that can be dangerous in certain situations to lower the health points of that particular video game villain. I'll be like, huh? What leads you to believe I can read? There's a creeper behind you! Where? Are you trying to pull my leg? Ah, my kidneys are gone. God damn it. Fell for it again. It's classic trick. I think I ought to keep these spruce. Do I have any more spruce lying around, or do I have to partake in some deforestation again? Yeah, he needed a place to stay. That's not even a big deal. He was like, Twampy Wumpy son is mad at me. Can I crash over at your house? And I was like, yeah, there's room in the closet. Oh, god damn you. I made Minecraft more realistic by making everything extremely inconvenient. It's like more realistic that you can randomly get a cold that literally kills you. See, dying from the Ebola virus is actually realistic. That's why I like adding a mod that makes you do that. Are there more crows in the vicinity? Not right now. But I thought I killed every crow from like the nearby area. Ah yes, I have locked myself out. And my nose is itchy. That's even worse. So will I just mimic the patterns? My name is Edwin. I might even use deep slate for the wall since I do seem to have a surplus of it, if I recall correctly. Why no Minecraft mod where you get terminal cancer and you have to be bedridden for months with the hope that your body can kill the cancer, and if you die you have to restart the whole world and process again? I mean, that's basically just IRL craft. No, you cannot restart the game. You cannot turn it off either. You can't just turn off life. Life is hard. Get over it. Oh, you know how in real life you're just minding your business at your house and suddenly a massive ice dragon just shows up and completely levels your entire structure? I'm gonna search Deep Slate to see if there's any modded materials that can make this even more aesthetic. I think I'm just gonna go with the regular bricks. To further contribute to the aesthetic of it getting darker as it goes down. I remember being attacked by the vengeful ghost of dead women in real life too. Oh goddamn those vengeful women. Oh, get over it. Like, yeah, you were killed in some horrific manner and now you wanna take it out on some like teenager? Like 50 years later? I mean, that's basically how all like urban legends are anyway. Legend has it, a woman was murdered here. And now, she murders other people to show them how it feels. That oughta learn 'em. Why do vengeful ghosts always attack random people? Wouldn't that create vengeful ghosts that attack vengeful ghosts? See, I don't know how the ghost on ghost violence epidemic is at the moment. Ghost on ghost crime. Oh, do they form ghost gangs? That would be so cool. Officer, I believe there might be some ghostly gang activity outside my house. I don't know, they seem to be just trying to scare each other, say boo. I'm afraid it might pop off at any minute. Spelunky's Guide to Foundation Repair. Step 1. Dig an entire massive ditch below your house. That ought to even things out. Is that counting the ghost on ghost violence get shot? I just don't understand, like, why are there no vengeful ghosts from, like, 2000s? Like, we hear no ghost of a little child blasting, like, Gummy Bear album or something like that. Oh yeah, this was my jam back in 2009 when I died. It's always like some Victorian era child. It's like, did the technology in that department get better? Like, did they have a bad connection to, like, afterlife? In like the 1500s or something like that. And only recently it has gotten better in that department. Ninjas are too retarded nowadays, usually the excuse. I assume you didn't want to say the word restart. That's just a little hunch I have. I think I gotta dig out this layer of dirt, start digging in you. So that dirt will be covered by the walls eventually. I mean, I suppose I could leave a layer of dirt here just to save up on materials. It also really helps my brain in processing with what is a part of the wall and what isn't. I also didn't mean to use the... Hold on. Now that's a slur. You cannot use slurs. It's like bad. It's like bad and such. Scared. Ah, my legs are become broken. I mean, slurs really just become a matter of, like, like in all seriousness, if I just unretard for a bit here. Like if somebody joins and just they don't like a certain topic altogether, like I have generally no problem dropping it. But at the same time, like Edge for the sake of Edge just doesn't tend to be funny. Like it's not even a matter of, oh, could you say that? Oh my god. It's more like, come on, dude. That's like your 7th dead baby joke this week. Who's joking? What? I didn't know we were supposed to be telling jokes. But that's what it comes down to ultimately. I mean, YouTube might have a say about that. But I don't think live stream chats themselves can be subject to like YouTubers getting punished. But I think comment sections can. Like if you write some offensive shit in somebody's comments section and that becomes a pattern, like a bunch of people just write some horrendous shit in somebody's comment section, there's a high possibility the YouTuber themselves get a strike. Some people never grow up from the age of 14. That's like the ample age. Oh, Mom, close the door. I'm twerking. Poop tubers. You can't say that! What are you, a poop tuber? Relax, just a bit of dark humor. But I also really don't buy the whole notion of there are some things that you just can't joke about. It's too far, man. Because when you draw that line somewhere, it's like people tend to disagree where that line is, and I'm not even talking about like what's too far and what isn't. It's more so like a matter of this subject is okay to joke about because it doesn't apply to me or my loved ones. But this subject applies to me and or my loved ones. So under those circumstances, you cannot joke about it. And it like goes to people who like are selective at, for example, like what kind of discriminatory humor they get mad at. Like they make one type of joke, but then the other type of joke is like too far, man. You can't joke about that. It's like serious. And it's like, at least please show some consistency in that department. It'll go a long way. And I'm not even like necessarily all for all or none. Like, yeah, there can be some things where it's like, okay, you're just being an asshole at that point. But at the same time, it's like, some things are just equivalents. And when you fail to see that, you just kind of look like a selfish prick. They have to play games and act like medieval kings. It's so hard to watch other YouTubers' videos and they say, mods castrate him, when they deem someone has stepped out of the line. See, I don't have mods. Speaking of which, it's always funny to see like very small streamers where like every single chatter is a mod. They have like 7 active viewers and all of them have the moderator badge. And I'm just thinking to like an actual situation where some troll actually joins the stream and all the mods like stumble over each other because they can't decide which one of them gets to ban that guy. You know what, I know what I said up earlier, but I'm just gonna put a dirt here since that part's gonna be completely invisible anyway. Nah, don't care about that. Also, I think this layer is gonna be invisible when the wall is here, so dirt it is. Now that is very... First, order a foundation repair. Use dirt. I explode like a semen bomb just at the notion of being able to ban people. Please mod me! Please, I promise I'll ban everyone who insults your feed pics. That is enticing, I tell you what. Okay, first of all, let's compare. I think that actually works wonderfully. The transition between the two. Like, those colors are just similar enough for them to blend together. I'm kind of winging it with this house in general, so that's a visible part I just now realize. Okay, so where do the logs go? I think I gotta go outside to see that. Corner, which is invisible. Then these two. Okay, so only the two in the middle. Oh yeah, they don't even overlap. Nah, it'll make for a wonderful illusion even if they don't. Yeah, that's perfect. I wanted it to be that way. Please mod me, I'll ban everyone who even jokes about something. Literally anything. Somebody writes knock knock. Banned! So are these the same on that side? Are these the world's most crispy fries? Yeah, wonderful. That's what I wanted. No, they don't even overlap properly. So that's 2 blocks. That's 1 block. The lack of symmetry is rather bothering me. I think I'll keep it asymmetrical on this side, but then make it look better on this side since you can't really see the transition between the floors. That's gonna be like the perfect balance. A compromise. No one's happy. That's a big thing, by the way, for like philosophers, especially for Greek ones, to just be like, just demonize the very notion of compromises. Like, they never work. Just search for Pokemon and Hassan's significant other or whatever. Hassan doesn't have one. No, he has multiple ones. Some of them aren't aware of it just yet, but I assure you, they are in his pool. I don't actually have a concrete reason to, like, full-on hate Hassan. Just not my kind of content. I watched one clip of him and he just said something that, like, immediately rubbed me the wrong way. I think I've told you this story in real life at one point, but just to reiterate it on stream, basically. It was some video about Finnish education system he was reacting to, and the video basically just went into detail about, yeah, so kids in Finland get bouncy castles, they can literally come and go as they please, they don't get any homework, in fact, they don't even study anything, they just come to the school and bounce in the bouncy castle and have pizza for breakfast and dinner. They get like food massages every 2 seconds, and it's like, I mean, yeah, that school does sound awesome, but at the same time, it's not an accurate reflection of what the Finnish school system actually is. And when people in the chat pointed that out, his reply was basically to the effect of, don't say that out loud. The people who disagree are gonna see that and be like, yeah, I told you the Finnish system was bad. But it's like, if it's inaccurate, then it's inaccurate. Like, if you wanna make the debate about the school system should be like this, that's different. But don't take some country that's known for having a good education system and just project random features onto it. Like, just say, okay, it's not an accurate reflection, but I think the education system would be better if it was like this. Like, you can still make that argument despite there being no real-world evidence of it. Assuming you just have other ways of reasoning it, but I don't know, just like when I heard that I was like, yeah, like, because what that ultimately translates to is just, don't give the opposing side any ammo. We need to lie to ensure our victory in this debate. And it's like, I just inherently don't think that's what debate should be in the first place. Like, if we're gonna compare ideas, then I want there to be an even playing field. Like, if I lose a debate, I want it to genuinely be because I was being stupid. Not because my argumentation tactics, my epic owns, didn't outdo yours. But that's just me. Not to mention a lot of those debate bros get very flustered when they get called out, like, hey, by the way, you're like actually wrong and I can prove it. Like, it just makes it so much worse. Like, at least take the loss and admit it. Like, if you're truly a master of your craft, then you should not have no plights about admitting that, okay, yeah, okay, I was wrong here. I still stand behind my argument, but you know, this time I looked like a fool, I admit it. But it's just weird. I think he's a Muslim. Maybe he's like the Muslims who don't eat pork but do everything else. He's the kind of liberal left wing that hates the country they live in so much they consider everything else the best thing ever. Oh, hey, by the way, you are actually a homosexual and I can prove it. No, it was only one time. Well, maybe 5 times, but like, if your asshole doesn't stretch beyond 3 times its original diameter, can you really be called gay? Come on, riddle me this, Batman. So how many lanterns do I need? 1, 2, 3. I think the 4th one ought to be there. It's not gonna be fully symmetrical, but that ought to do it. Do I have any more iron? 9 and 25 raw. Let's go to my furnace hill. I took only 5 lumps of coal. Oh, god damn it. Somebody gotta get fired for that. I'm gonna ban you from my chat, BBBBB. See how you like it. God damn it, I need to take up my frustration on somebody. Oh, he just likes having sex with multiple women, doesn't want to tie himself down for that reason. He's tall, muscular, good-looking, alternative, and left-wing, so the female vagina supply is endless for him. He also has pets and he's rich. Yeah, I don't really know what the facts are in that department, and I quite frankly do not care. All I know is that my only impression of him kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. And while I've heard criticisms of him, I don't know if all of those are accurate, since I haven't done any of my own research, and I don't want to parrot some random YouTuber's take, because a lot of YouTubers tend to jump the gun very quickly. Since YouTubers, like rest of humanity, are susceptible to biases. Little known fact around these streets. So isn't it just like an 8th grid? Yep. Lanterns are so absurdly expensive. 1 full ironing per 1 source of light, that's basically just as effective as torch. Like, the only thing it has over the torch is the fact that it looks good. Hold on, I can actually make this symmetrical if I move this just 1 block to the right or left. One of the directions for sure. Hold on, what does this look like without these torches? Oh, that kind of breaks the mold. I definitely need to replace this with a regular stone brick, if I have one. Here they are. Let's take the full pile. I watched him a few times. He complains about rich people, but he is rich himself, which makes it feel fear not green. Just okay, and I get the feeling that he either likes communism. I presume that's gonna continue in another message, because YouTube allows you only 2 symbols per message. Or anything that opposes America, even if it is also evil, no concrete proof though. I mean, the whole shtick of rich people complaining about rich people is like... I just find it hard to believe that you genuinely are the only exception to the rule. Like, everyone else is evil, but I'm the good one. And that goes for the, like, pick-me girls and pick-me men who are like, I understand the plight of being a woman. I'm not like other guys. You probably either are like other guys or you're just worse than other guys. It's like, I suppose there are people you are fooling when you do that, but you kind of automatically seem disingenuous when you demonize a group of people you are a part of. Now, I'm not aware if there are exceptions to this rule. I could be proven wrong on this matter, but... I don't know, I just always smell shenanigans when I hear something like that. Just in general, anyone saying things like that. Okay, 3 lanterns.
Give him a vagina and make him spend a day with me. He will understand the pleasure or fear of being a woman in quite a short time.
That'll make him a true pygmy. Gotta learn you today. This is what it actually feels like. We should like end periods. I'm 6 foot, by the way. You want one of my pork chops? Eat it, you fuck. Love-hate relationship. See, I love to hate him. I added that second one just for symmetry. Honestly, these torches don't even look that bad when the house looks like this anyway. But I just think they ought to be on the pillars. Honestly, that's not a bad looking frame. My boots make me 6 foot, still no hose. What is happening? You should take like a shower. Also be like nice. And constantly advertise the fact that you are nice. Women love it when you constantly bring up how nice you are. I don't think it works there. I'm just making a new lantern. When in doubt, lantern. It's like a rule of life right there. I might replace that with a candle. But candles are like you require 10,000 endgame items, 5 billion diamonds, 10,000 netherite, and you need to beat the Ender Dragon 7 times in a row without taking any damage. And
Nice! Never! I hate kindness just for the sake of kindness itself.
there's one thing I hate. It's the jolly joy of Christmas, said the Grinch.
I need to have some gain for me to do it.
It's so weird, how can I, like, I'm nice, but still I don't, like, have the entire world groveling at my feet. Like, what am I doing wrong? Like, I was nice to this one guy for like 2 seconds and he still didn't give me any money. So I like punched him in the face a couple times and we got the hint and he just ran away. Like, what are you supposed to do? Okay, to completely complete the complete moving, I gotta move the interiors of these chests. Do I have 10 diamonds in total? That's not even a real number. It's been 44 minutes of me being live. Wow, that's a big number. It's like one of those numbers that are just way too big for the human mind to actually process. Punch harder next time, that was your mistake. Oh, that's my fault. Actually, the funny thing was, like, I was in a server, right? And like, they were talking about just like dental operations. And I brought up the fact that in America you're basically like given 10,000 opioids, 5 tubs of LSD, 3 doses of Adderall, 5 bathtubs full of paint thinner and cornstarch. Shock that dog, I saw it move.
I call upon the wrath of Thor. Punish my dog.
Hold on, what was... Oh yeah, like just excessive amounts of drugs for basic tooth operations. And then I brought up the fact that in Finland they basically just punch you in the mouth and then get the drilling. And you're left there like, oh, what was that for? And then it just grabs the drill. I didn't actually need to punch you in the mouth. You're just kind of a jerk. So do I actually have 10 diamonds? Wow, that's a big number. Oh yeah, I also need cows, and for cows I need a farm. Okay, how do I make a farm look aesthetic with this particular setup? In Finland they stick their penis in your mouth, so I have heard. Never been to this Finland place. No, I wouldn't know anything about that. Like, I've never been to the doctor's office. At least voluntarily. Well, maybe a couple times voluntarily. Now, despite their enticing name, you shouldn't actually eat the iron nuggets. The nuggies. I think I should just build like a separate farm. One that is easily expandable. And I think I ought to use the circle aesthetic. Start out with a simple square and from there expand upon it. But first let's get an idea of how this grass patch functions. It seems to be the easiest to fill this in and then dig down these hills as time goes on. But then again, expanding it in that direction is kind of a nightmare and a half, so... Doctors or any high medical position in Finland basically makes you the equivalent of a medieval king. They have more rights than ever, than even the president. I mean, that's basically because it's so hard to get into that position and they actually have working unions. So whenever the employers are like trying to be, okay, so doctors should work for free. Also, they should bend over whenever I request it. They're like, nuh-uh. And they're like, God damn it, I was so sure it would work. My tummy hurt today, I don't want to perform surgery, that you must die. And that basically too. My employer said that I needed a doctor's note to get a day away from work. Forming this sentence is using all of my remaining life energy. So can I please get a doctor's note so that I don't have to go to work today? Yeah, you can stand just fine. I'm not standing. My limbs literally refuse to bend. I'm stiff. I am stuck in this position. Yeah, just go to work, you crybaby. Yeah, I think this is a good center point. I tried to overthink it, but ain't there no overthinking this. And I don't have my hoe. How peculiar. But then again, that's kind of a thing around the globe anyway. That whole doctors refusing to acknowledge you have problems. Just minimizing it. So like, I know I'm not a medical expert doctor, but is my small intestine supposed to be outside my body? You probably just leapt on it weird. Go away, you. With the perk of Finland being that at least you don't get like a $10,000 check for that. Or a bill, I mean. But it's basically the same system, just cheaper. Hold on, can you put a block here without it messing up the staircase? You can. How big can you make it? Okay, you do bonk your head a little bit if you do that. What if I put a stair in there instead? Okay, I got some extra floor. Now the falling hazard is lesser. When you let doctors solely decide the requirements of becoming a doctor and that you have one doctor per 1 million person, I like workers having right, but assuming they can't be evil or selfish. I mean, it just tends to be like... I mean, here comes the classic bullshit philosophical take that literally everyone and everyone's mother has already said at some point in their lives, but it's like... Freedom of one person is always away from the freedoms of others, to some extent. And it's basically the job of everyone to figure out where's the golden middle point. And that's why it like always leads to some kind of a power battle where we're like, and very often humans tend to jump from one extreme to the other, so it's like, oh, group A has too much power, so let's get more power to group B. Okay, now group B is abusing their power, so let's give all the power to group A. Oh, now it appears that group A is back to abusing the power, so let's give all the power back to group B. And it's like, how about something in the middle? And I know this sounds like basically just communism again, and I really don't think that's gonna work either, quite frankly. I'm not gonna dig that entire can of worms right now. If there's a massive communism defender in my viewer base right now, then I don't know, call me a homosexual or something like that. That'll learn me. But it's just that, like, regardless of what the ideal system is, the current one isn't it. Like, let's be real. But that's a profound take. I never heard it put it like that.
You need to know literally everything before you can get the job, and when you get the job, you need to know 0.1% of the things you learned.
I mean, it is kind of weird how, like general doctors do tend, like, they need to know so much to get that position, but then you still usually need a specialist for a special kind of problem. Like, if you don't have the specialist, you just cannot get a diagnosis whatsoever. I mean, humans are weird in general now, aren't they? I think I should make an infinite water source, like, here. Just in case, so I don't have to run 10,000 back-to-back marathons every time I want some water. I guess, ideal placement. Just like more efficient that way. Did I have my old hsoue? Did I just make a new one for no reason? Nope. Oh, there it is. That's like for luck. And now my bed is upstairs, so I have to run like 10,000 marathons just to go to sleep. And the Minecraft day is like 2 minutes long. Did you just ask why do doctors need to be better at physics than Einstein himself? I need to game end him. I mean, it's just also a matter of, like, the education system in general just isn't perfect. Like, it has all these filters in place, but it just tends to be those filters don't tend to actually weed out unintelligent people or stupid people, so to say. And that's why you have so many stupid people with degrees. It's like, it's almost a paradox how it's like, it's impossible to get into this school, but at the same time, somebody who has graduated with that degree just said the most dumb thing you could ever conceive of. And it might just be like a matter of ego. When you have the degree, you sort of get this idea of I can never be wrong, so you then start cutting corners. Which is probably the explanation behind the whole... Oh... Your head, like, it doesn't even need to be attached. Go away, you're wasting my time. There are people with actual problems in the waiting room. Because it's just the arrogance of, I'm the one with the degree, so fuck off. And like, yeah, the degree, like the reason I came to you in the first place is because you have the degree, whereas I don't. But like, if I can't even get like a like you cannot even entertain the possibility that I may have some kind of an illness right now. Then it just makes the entire process of getting a doctor this minefield of finding somebody who's at least willing to or like check you, like run some kind of a test. And yeah, like I get it, hypochondriacs are annoying, probably. Somebody who comes in because they got a cut on their finger and I don't know, like they were cutting raw chicken and they accidentally sliced their finger a little bit. And now they're going to the doctor because they're afraid they have salmonella or something like that. And the doctor's like, okay, have you been vomiting excessively? No. Okay, yeah, now this might sound out there, but you might not have salmonella then. But I don't know, it's another one of those neither extreme is the good one cases. It's almost like every answer is nuanced to some extent. Do I have anything I can use to make bone meal? I think I've slaughtered some skeletons in my day. So I ought to have at least a couple. I mean, I have the dog, so that implies some bonage. So you applied for the position of poop cleaning for $1 a year. Can you speak the forgotten language of Sumerians? No? Alright, we will call you back. Never. Take the L. Also, I burned down your house, dumbass. I mean, that's basically just the competitiveness of the job market. And it's basically another case of this paradox of, like, too many options leads to you filtering out those options with the most dumbass criteria ever. Because everyone and their mother is already applying for the Burger King cash register workers position. Or alternatively, that position isn't even needed. Like, they can just find somebody from within to take the position anyway. And some people just also put up fake ads. Like, they basically just have a job ad on the internet to fill up some quota, but they have no actual plans of fulfilling that position at any point. I'm not sure if that's like a thing outside of America, but I've heard about that phenomenon. Like, some companies need to get certain bonuses from the government. They basically just put up fake job ads to basically claim to people that no, we're trying to find people. I swear. I haven't completed that part of the house. That's queer. Are the other corners completed? Okay. So turns out I was wrong about the exterior of my house being complete. I have failed as a content creator. I ought to give back my badge and gun. Yeah, every content creator gets a badge and a gun when they start out. You make a YouTube channel and suddenly you just get mailed a gun and a badge. It is just a phenomenon of, wouldn't it be cool if they also could do a backflip without stopping to think, wait, what is the point in that? I don't know if YouTube paid this message, but I sent it again. I mean, yeah, it's basically just this matter of, like, if you're looking for help in moving. Like, you're looking to move from one house to another. And you put up an ad on the internet that I will pay anyone to help me move. And you get one application from like some 14-year-old kid who's like, I'm dying. I need money. And then you get another job application from like prime Arnold Schwarzenegger who can like literally lift up a building. Now, yeah, if you feel bad, you might take the kid, but like, if you're thinking practically, then you're probably gonna think this bodybuilder. Now, of course, sometimes there's a situation where you have 5 bodybuilders, but one of those bodybuilders also speaks German fluently. So now you're like, oh, he's easily the most talented out of all of them, so that's a bodybuilder I pick now. Instead of just like randomly shuffling, like randomly picking one of those. And it's just some weird shit. But it's just human logic. And when you have a powerful position, you basically have no reason to question your human logic. So then you can just basically run rampant, having the most dumbass opinions on planet Earth, without anyone calling you out for them. And if someone does, it's usually not consequential. I think I can turn these fools to the same color through some means. I'll just pick like a flower. 2 yellow flowers. What should I drop? The deep slate. I was about to drop the iron nuggets because I'm probably not gonna end up using them, but I don't need cobalt deep slate that badly. But it's just a bunch of weird stuff that layers on top of each other. Weirdness. And like even with stores, it's like, it really comes down to what people are looking for. If they're, the reason why so many minimum wage employees are treated so badly is because they are so expendable at the end of the day. It's like they were specifically looking for somebody they could just treat however they want, which is why they didn't pick somebody with experience, because they would actually have to pay that person more and there was a bigger risk of losing them, because they could just be like, I'm not gonna be treated like this, I'm very wanted in this field, so I'm just gonna go to somebody who actually gives me respect, whereas a minimum wage person doesn't tend to have that ability. And I don't know, I just overall hate the whole dynamic of I gotta make those people need me more than I need them. And it's like, I would just prefer like if we spontaneously helped each other instead of like making it this massive game of okay, so I gotta orchestrate this situation where you literally depend on me so that I can then exploit that. Because if I don't do that, I'll be the one exploited. And it's like, I think we are all able to do that, it's just not fun. It's not a fun thing to do. Wow, it is raining, I see. Why, that just ruined my entire day. I think this will do just fine. Okay, I'm just measuring, counting, crunching up numbers in my head on how large I can make this fence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's perfect. And now to lure some cows. Come here, you. Actually, the cow in the thumbnail is oddly fitting, because of this. See, it's not clickbait anymore. There should be way more cows surrounding my house. In that direction are the nearest ones. Are you ready to be enslaved for all eternity? I mean, I don't really want to slaughter the sheep because there's a limited number of them, but if they're gonna follow me the entire way, I might partake in some violent activity. Where's the pen? Ah, yes. Reverse controls are so hard, my brain functions. Okay, that was the first order of business. And now, to do some questionable things onto those sheep. I mean, I guess I could like fish them out. I might try that, so I don't have to kill them at the end of the day. I'll try getting them out of there with the fishing rod, and if that doesn't work, I'll just go back to plan A, excessive violence. I also need a sugarcane farm of sorts, so my books are easier to manage. I would like to use your remains to nourish my farm. Hello, sir. You just go door to door, finding old people. Hey, sir. So I'm doing this thing where I'm like, I have this farm, and we need some compost. So like, could you die? Oh, what a polite young man. Why, I just might. So, do I have a string? I have one. Count them with me, chat. Once. I have bone blocks. I just noticed the 12 bone blocks in my chest. I got them from one of those quark trial things. Those red little monster spawners. That just spawn up a bunch of monsters at once and you get some excessive rewards for beating them. And one of them dropped like 10 bone blocks. Yeah, oh, my footsies are broken. No more usable. No longer usable. Was what I wanted to say. Should I get rid of that overhang? I mean, it's a sick generation, I know, but at the same time, it's not particularly beautiful. There's some iron there. Might keep that in mind for future reference. Okay, now to have the Battle of the Century. If it takes me like 10,000 years to accomplish this. Okay, I don't think I can lift them up like that. Okay, yeah, I need more height to lift them up that high, so... Okay, violence it is. Hey, dude. Let's get their remains so they're not entirely wasted. Yes, the andesite. I would like that in my inventory, please. The brown wool can also be colored to be the same color as the other stuff. The stick can be dropped. I have so many. Fuck, I had no idea there were that many. Okay, and now to wait approximately 10 minutes before they can breed again. Which isn't even me making things up, that's genuinely the mechanic. It's like 5 or 10 minutes, I think, the window. And it takes like 20 real life minutes for the babies to grow up. Unless you feed them, which ever so slightly chips down at it. Like, you basically need to feed a calf a full stack of wheat to cut down the growing up time to like less than a minute. Anything less than that is basically a waste. From what I understand of how the mechanic works. Don't know the exact math behind it, I've just seen it in action. But yeah, like, it's not possible for you to feed the cow and have it magically grow up before your face. It doesn't work like bone meal, it simply just lowers the time it takes for it to grow up. And I think it divides the time, meaning that it... Like, if you have 2 seconds left, feeding it a wheat only can shrink it down to 1. Feed it my penis. I don't think I have that in my current possession. Boy, that's funny. I oughta laugh and shit. Okay. So a full stack of bone meal. It's like science and shit makes it do that. I didn't expect for it to refill automatically I know that's a quark thing, but I didn't know it worked like that. Okay. Yeah, let's get to expanding already. Slowly but surely. Since I have the seeds to maintain it. My inventory is so ridiculously full. Drop this. Ah, yes. 10,000 minutes to mine one furnace. And apparently I had some stuff in here. I'm stuff. I'll just go and dump everything in a chest so I can at least get some stuff and don't have to get rid of mine stone. Let's take back the food and the wheat. See, wheat isn't food. And now I can gather the rocks. I got a rock. So 4. And my shovel is broken. Gebrochen. I'll just make a diamond one. I know what I said at the beginning of the stream, but I was using an advanced manipulation tactic, also known as lying. So 1 diamond. Okay, and I need to go back to the chest for sticks. I wish black people existed. Would add some variety to humanity. God damn it. Why did we have to end up in this timeline? Someone posted on like Tumblr like a long time ago. It was like, Sonic and Shadow are so cool. I wish hedgehogs were real. So it's the same thing. Somebody's like, somebody from a place where there are no dark-skinned individuals just plays something like GTA San Andreas. And they're like, oh, CJ is so cool. I wish black people were real. Oh man. Okay, I'll make a new water source here so I can plug up the old one. Playscape Blackburn. Oh my god, that's so hot. I just wish these people were real. Chill out, Buttercup. It's just a bit of dark humor. I don't know how big I want the circle to be, but I think I'll build like some kind of a wooden path, maybe even a bridge that goes over it. I've done that design once and it was pretty fun. Plus it's pretty easy to make that look actually neat instead of like something that's there just for the necessity. I start out with the cross because it makes it easier for me to count out how far the water reaches from one source block. It reaches out 4 times, or like 4 blocks per direction. So basically a 9 times 9 square is the reach of one water block in the middle, meaning that one water block can yield you a farming space of 80 blocks. Meaning that this won't even use up all my seeds. Because I have so many. Can you build a scarecrow? I'm pretty sure that used to be a thing in like Alex's mobs. With like the crows eating your food. I'll just check if there are any in my vicinity. Seagulls can eat your stuff. So I'm gonna go and personally seek that fellow out. American would start using the Minecraft length system before they would start using the normal one that the whole world uses. The funny thing being that these Minecraft measurements are equivalent to meters. See, those fuckers can steal food from your inventory. This fellow luckily only stealing a carrot. But that's why I like to take them out. To a nice candlelit dinner. Feed them real good so they don't feel compelled to steal stuff from me anymore. Alright, nighty-nighty. Just had to let everybody know. Now that I think about it, wouldn't it be easier for the stairs to be this way? But that would ruin the floor aesthetic, so I don't care. That's stupid. Thinking is dumb. Imagine actually thinking. How peculiar. Would you like some food, mein Freundin? Okay. And the babies will take like 10 years to grow up, so 10-year real life years. So I'll just set a timer for 10 years and come back. What's this timer for? Minecraft? I haven't played that game in like 3 years. Alternatively, I'm just here. 10 years later, I'm still on this very same chair. Streaming daily to like 2 people. Now that's the dream life right there. Seagulls operate like dumb robots. They have brains, but they are borderline lizard level stupid, instinctual. They don't comprehend anything. I saw a guy who had a pet seagull, the most stupid thing. Well, their entire model just is based on like stealing food from others. It's easier to steal food from humans than to actually hunt for themselves. Which is why I have no idea how they operated before humans were a major factor. Okay, so the interior design of my house is nowhere near finished. On account of, especially, I don't have the enchantment methods just yet. I don't even have obsidian on my person. Can I find a lava pool nearby? Because I have a diamond pick. No, I guess I'm still underneath the roof, so it doesn't show me the whole map. There's one. And that's the closest one. What is that? A village? Or just some random cottage that spawned? I don't know. They attack larger predators because they are too brain dead to even realize that I have seen them be demolished by larger predators because they get completely confused by the audacity of those birds. So the honey badger strategy. That's a Tasmanian devil. So where is this supposed pool of lava? It wasn't even a pool, it was just a fall. Does it flow down to a larger pool of lava? Sinking in my chair. Feel a fall below the floor. Ooh, iron. Still keeps going down. And I don't have torches on my person.
Must bite everything. Ah!
I mean, that is the gunny patcher strategy. Hold on, let me pick a fight with this hippo real quick. You can go ahead. I'm just gonna stay here and pick a fight with this hippo real quick. Okay, so it wasn't a pool. Literally couldn't resist the instinct. YouTube deleted my comment. Like, there are pit bulls of birds. I saw a pit bull run at a bull because of how aggressively stupid those dogs are, but at the same time you could see how scared the dogs were. But its brain was like, I want cheese. That's what his brain was like. Cheese. Good thing YouTube deleted that comment. I could have actually seen something graphic and that would have traumatized me. Would have traumatized me so badly I wouldn't have even seen it coming. Like, I'm over here assuming that, oh come on, I'm pretty sure I know what I can and can't handle. But you might say something like, you should kill those enemies. And that would deeply, thoroughly traumatize me beyond repair. Okay, so that's to the direction of my house. There are no surface lava pools out here. So let's go back to my house. I don't actually know if Tasmanian devils attack you in this game. Sometimes they have the most random mobs attack you. You're gonna make me breed my dog. Up in here, up in here. The moment I saw a pit bull in Finland, they got so disappointed that they were banned here, but I was wrong. Ironically enough, the owners also looked like a white trash drug addicts. I've never seen a normal person own that breed of dog. But they're so cute! So my enchantment plans are rather impeded by the fact that I cannot seem to find the lava. I think I need to go underground for such necessities. Let's go to mine tunnel and see if I find a pool or two. Nourishing. It's lost all of its carbonation. It's just flat. Maybe I should have taken some torches with me, you know, in hindsight. Bet you didn't think of that strategy. Okay, there are some lava. 26, so like... And then just like, maybe go one above so I don't immediately fall in. That's like cheating to use a map. Like, if you make this game bearable, it's like illegal. I should have taken the torches because now I need to look at my monitor like an asshole. Breed. Awooga. That's hot. I'm so far gone that literally just mention some words turn me on. Oh well, that's some coal I can use to make 8 torches due to my stick amount. I know how to fast portal for the record. I'm just not gonna do it because that's stupid and dumb. Okay, so let's get to mining. Put up safety water here. And now to wait 7 minutes. One. Count on with me, chat. 1 obsidian. 2 obsidian. I don't know what comes next. I haven't memorized the numbers after that. Like whatever number is in the third position, I just don't know the name of. Okay, that's 4, enough for an enchanting table. 12 to make a corner nether portal. Let's get like 20 so I have bunch to spare. So if I wanna be stylistic with my stuff. Our human minds can't comprehend what is after 2. 2 is just one of those numbers that are like way too big for the human brain to even like make sense of. Like sure you can read the number and everything, but it's like that number isn't even useful because it's so large. By the way, did you see the epic own I did on apes? In the Tax Tips channel? I said some funny shit on there. Some pure hilarity. I don't visit that cursed place only once every few months. I can't go to apes. My mind cannot take that. This is not for the weak-minded. Not for the easily offended. No liberals allowed. I don't open Discord in general. Too many fat morons flirting with kids. Taking away all that that's so much competition, man. That's 16. Enough for a cornered portal and the enchanting table, and I vowed to mine 20. I wish I could grom a house. I really wanna grom some holes. Hallo, ich bin Friedrich. I am from Germany. And I want to grom a house. And up I go, to stay always. I'm holding down Control Space and W with my right hand. Sometimes so economical, can like make shit happen. You wouldn't know anything about that now, would you? Bet you don't even know that the WASD keys control your character. That's a little known fact about these streets. Hello, I am here to Chrome house. Quandaries in why we can engage in the fisticuffs while you're to punch you in the puncher, you scoundrel, you scallywag, you foul heathen, you fiend. Ruff! 1,700 people die in a year from alcohol in Finland. That is like the whole population of Finland. It's like more people than I can even count. It's like this many people. That's crazy. I would respect a politician so much if they went up on stage and were like, 1,500 people die from car crashes a year. That's like this many. If like 100 was this many, then 1,000 would be like this many. Wow, explosive fellas. Ah, quandary do we have here? Why we can engage in the fisticuffs? The battle it is, I shall warn you, I've never been bested, how peculiar. I still have yet to watch the new Smiling Friends season. The new episodes have been out for like 7,000 years. They've been like discovered underneath some like Egyptian tomb. And I still have yet to watch them. No, just the arrows are the pink things. Oh, how peculiar. Okay, that doesn't actually open anything. This does. Yeah, my head itches. There's like sign of super cancer. Super cancer! So I think this will become my initial storage room. So like 5 blocks basically needed at maximum for the enchantment. That's decent storage space. 3 times 4. So 6 wide chests per side. That's a pretty good initial storage. And I can have some additional stuff upstairs for like things that don't take 2 chests to store. Oh, peculiar. Okay, we're officially in the period where just everything takes waiting to get to moving. Over 60,000 people die in Finland a year. Over 30k Finnish people are born a year. Twice more deaths of cost copper. That is actually insane. Like, that's like this many people. I mean, birth rates are just an issue on their very own. It's another massive can of worms that we could open, if we so desired. You know, while this silly block game is playing in the background. I mean, I need to read up on it to make some proper estimates. Like, I mean, I can say my speculations for it. But it's very easy to get emotional if you don't actually like look at the actual statistics. And that goes for any issue, not just birth rates. All I know is that I harvest carrots. Carrots. Very nutritious. And some of my wheat has begun to grow. Even more peculiar. So I'll start out by making a cross or a plus sign. And then I'll slowly transform that into a circle of sorts. And I'll maybe add like a trapdoor over this water to make it walkable. Since that seems to work. And since I don't have the serene seasons mod here, I don't have to worry about the water freezing. If war in Finland starts, will Finland be able to come back from that? Especially against Russia, that whole tactic is just bomb everything. See, but Russia doesn't know how to bomb stuff. I have 2 buttons. Bomb me. Bomb enemy. I'll try this one. That's very aesthetic. I don't even know why I got the terraforming. It's like being distracted from my distractions, of distractions. So many layers. 29 seeds. And I'm susceptible to gaining more. Can I feed these fellas? Feed. By the way, this is entirely humane. It's like in the Constitution, you can just do that to cows. Like nothing's stopping you from doing that. And these cows, based on their address, are all female. Yet they're all still reproducing. That just goes to show that men are useless. We can get rid of them. See, Minecraft proves it. But not me though, like I'm the exception. Like 6 foot, you know. Yeah, I need to gather a bunch of dirt just to get these holes filled so I can continue this particular farm circle of sorts. I mean, when it does become a circle, it's nowhere near a circle in its current state. I mean, we can look at this and compare it to the shape of a circle and then reach a conclusion of whether or not this qualifies as one of those. I'm sure the debate will rage on and on about whether this qualifies as one of them circle thingamabobs. Okay, I'm officially reaching the stage of running back and forth without doing anything, which goes to show that I am getting bored, unengaged from actually playing the game, which is the thing I'm supposed to be doing. So I'm gonna start calling it here for my epic stream. So thank you to everyone who is watching this at the moment, as well as everyone viewing this in post. And with all of that being said, good night, wherever you are.